Well, with regard to an overview of our workshop, we're talking about the lived experience being integrated into the planning, managing and delivery of services, and how we went about that in a Cavan Monaghan context.
And I suppose the fact that we're doing it together is very much proof that, you know, management and service users can work together in a very proactive way.
I think when you look at adapting an integrated approach, one of the things that you need to be is open and not fearful that something is going to go wrong, or service users or family members are going to ask questions that we can't answer, and understanding that it's built on trust, honesty, and that in actual fact we don't know everything. We get things wrong from time to time, and we have that type of an approach to the relationship.
Yeah, and I suppose for me entering in, especially onto the management team, I knew there were reservations about me being in the room, so I suppose that trust has to be earned, and you also have to be respectful of the experience of the people around the room and their role within the service, and you know, it takes a wee bit of time. You just got to go gently at it, and I have to say I've always been fully respected on the management team, and my voice has always been asked for and listened to.
I think we've realised that in working this way, that, you know, everybody has an interest in improving services, that family members and service users ultimately want to see a quality service delivered. And that's the goal of most managers within services as well. They want to see, and clinicians, they want to see a quality service delivered. So everybody can join together in terms of doing that. And things that we wouldn't realise from a service provision perspective, such as the impact of decision A or decision B, or the way we deliver this or the way we deliver that, how that impacts on people's lives, we don't necessarily always understand. But when we have an open communication and dialogue with service users and families, we have a greater understanding for that and can plan services in a much more coordinated way.
And, well, I suppose I would agree with everything that Pádraig has said. For me, being able to bring voices from focus groups, you know, family members and service users, and you know, air these things around the table, that these are issues that are coming up, they're important things that need to be addressed, and the fact that they are listened to at the highest level within the service is, I suppose, it's very rewarding, but it's great to see that we can all work together to improve it.
The challenges that arose for us in terms of integrating people with lived experiences and indeed family members into the service planning process was overcoming some resistance and some fears and anxieties that staff had around this. And I suppose one of the ways that we overcome that was to do it on a gradual basis. We started with the area management team and the clinical governance group, which were service-wide groups. And on both of those groups, members of the area management team, obviously we're sitting on the area management team, but we're also on the clinical governance group. So I suppose in that way we adapted an approach that opened up the doors at senior management level first of all, and that gave some encouragement to others to do the same.
And I suppose the other challenge would have been building capacity, having enough service users and family members willing to sit on various committees. We had to realise that more people needed to be trained up with the skills to be able to sit around the table as an equal. And if we wanted full representation within the service, you know, at business meetings, at QPS, at management team, on consumer panels, that we needed to invest time and money in training people up so that they would be able to sit on those services.
Well, I think from a management perspective, the advice that I would give to other services thinking of embarking on this journey is that they should start small. Show leadership at a team, at a management level, and actually embrace the whole concept of service user participation at that level first of all, and demonstrate to other parts of the service that have reservations about all of this, that this can be achieved. It's a voice, not a veto, that we're looking for, and service users fully realise that they're there to represent a voice, and that services still need to be managed and delivered in a way that's fit for purpose for the entire public. So start slow and give leadership at a senior level.
Yeah, and again, I would agree with that. It has to take its time. You have to put thought into who is coming to join your teams. Are they going to be strong enough to be able to sit at the table and not just a tick box exercise, because it needs to be somebody who is able to be a voice for the people